Welcome to episode 32 of the 3am Fear podcast. Nestled amidst the majestic Himalayan mountains, Shimla, also known as the Queen of Hills, is a beautiful hill station that is a heaven for nature enthusiasts. The capital of Himachal Pradesh, Shimla sits at a height of 2200 meters and used to be the summer capital of British India. Even today, it keeps its old world charm, boasting stunning colonial buildings, pedestrian-friendly mall road, and a ridge filled with shops, cafes, and restaurants. Despite its haunting history and spine-chilling tales, people from all over the world still flock to this beautiful destination. As we explore the city's eerie folklore, I encourage you to take these ghostly stories with a grain of salt and open your ears to the rich history that lies behind them. The question remains, would you dare to venture into the ghostly unknown and visit these spooky sites? Come along with me as I unravel the fascinating mysteries of Shimla and discover the beauty that awaits those who dare to explore its darker side. Hello and welcome to the 3am Fear podcast. I'm Nikita Ferrao, mystery and thriller author. On this podcast, I talk about real crimes and real people. Due to the graphic nature of some of this content, listener discretion is advised. You can find the episode show notes on my website 3amfear.com. Let's get started. The Chalwell Mansion. In the scenic hills of Shimla, there stands a grand mansion called Chalwell. It was lush and beautiful, but little did anyone know that it had a spooky reputation. Back in the 1913, a British man named Victor Bailey was posted in Shimla as the Assistant Secretary of the Railway Board. Along with his wife, he searched tirelessly for the perfect home, and they finally settled on Chalwell due to its location and affordable rent. But what they didn't know was that this mansion was known to be haunted by a poltergeist. Before the Baileys, an army officer had lived there and decided to test this ghostly rumors and try to find out whether this place was actually haunted. The officer had locked the room where most of the hauntings were set to take place. One night, to his astonishment, a loud crash echoed through the mansion, and he found that the locked room was in complete chaos. Everything was turned upside down. Terrified by this event, the officer decided to leave the house and never look back again. Now, poltergeists are said to be spooky spirits that have fascinated and scared people for a long time with their mysterious and unsettling activities. The word poltergeist means noisy ghost in German, which describes them very well because they love making loud noises. Unlike your regular ghosts, poltergeists are not connected to spirits of dead people. Instead, they are believed to be caused by a strong emotion or energy, usually focused around a young person. These young people are often the center of the poltergeist's activity. Poltergeists can do a lot of things, like moving objects, slamming doors, shaking furniture, and even causing strange electrical problems. They love scaring and confusing people. The duration of a poltergeist activity varies. Some cases it could be for a short time, while others could even go on for months or years. Now, despite knowing the house's history, the brave Baileys chose to stay in Chalwell and spent over a year there. For the most part, their stay was peaceful, except for one chilling incident. On a cold night, while the Baileys were away for their dinner, As a servant was waiting for them to return, he felt that his master was in fact present in a room. He went in to investigate and asked if his master needed something. But that British man did not respond and instead walked through a closed door before disappearing. This spooky encounter shook the servant, and soon after that, the Baileys decided to leave the mansion. Over the years, Chalwell had several occupants, each one having their own eerie experience to share. Despite the spine-chilling tales, there was a sense of relief as the ghosts were never violent in nature. The mansion changed hands and was completely remodeled by an Indian gentleman. However, to this day, it remains the talk of the town, with many people still reporting sightings of English ghosts roaming its halls. And so, the legend of the Chalwell mansion lives on, captivating the imagination of those who dare to visit it. Tunnel 33. In the Queen of Hills, Shimla, there lies a famous tourist spot called Tunnel number 33. This tunnel is the longest one in the Kalka-Shimla railway track, stretching over 3,752 feet in length. But behind its fame lies an untold story of secrecy and haunting. Long time ago, in 1898, Colonel Barrog, an English railway engineer, was tasked with building this tunnel. He had a strict deadline to complete this project, so he ordered his labourers to dig from both sides of the mountain, hoping that this railway would meet in the centre. But sadly, there was a miscalculation in his plan, and the work turned out to be a failure. The British government was furious with Barrog and fined him with just 1 rupee for his mistake. Even though it was a small amount, feeling humiliated and heartbroken, he had no one to share his sorrow with except for his little dog. One day, while taking a walk with his loyal companion, he tragically took his own life by shooting himself. His faithful dog tried to get help, but it was too late. Barrog passed away near the incomplete tunnel. Finally, in September of 1903, the tunnel was completed by H.S. Hurlington, who was the chief engineer, with the help of Baba Bhalku, a local saint who is said to have possessed natural engineering skills. The tunnel was given the name Barrog to honor Colonel Barrog's memory. Though Colonel Barrog is physically no more, locals believe he has never truly left that place. People claim to see him riding his horse or chatting with others, even those who are unaware of this tragic history. Some say there is an eerie feeling inside the tunnel, and some have even witnessed seeing the ghost of Colonel Barrog moving around. The government tried to lock this tunnel's entrance, but the lock mysteriously breaks every time they put it there. Despite the haunting myths surrounding tunnel number 33, Colonel Barrog is considered to be a friendly spirit. There have been no complaints of him causing any harm, so if you ever go there and manage to encounter him during your visit, don't panic. Instead, cherish the encounter and return with an untold story of this sincere British railway engineer. And remember, meeting Colonel Barrog might just be a way of creating a new history. The Convent of Jesus and Mary. 154 years ago, a beautiful convent of Jesus and Mary Chelsea School was established in the scenic hills of Shimla. It was surrounded by lush deodar and oak trees, making it a truly enchanting place. This all-girls school has a rich history. Despite its prestigious reputation, the school was also known for its scary tales and eerie incidents. Many stories circulate around students and locals. but no one knew for sure if these stories were true or not. One chilling legend dated back to the British era about a coachman whose name was long forgotten. He used to reside near the school and had a reputation for being interested in ladies. Tragically, he died in an unknown accident. Since then, a terrifying rumor spread that on Friday the 13th of each month, a headless horseman would ride a white horse near the school. According to the tale, if the horseman offered a rose to the girl and she accepted it, then she would vanish with him. And for those who refused, would face a grim fate. Though there was no concrete proof to prove any of this, the local children were so scared that they avoided coming to school on that dreaded day, and the hostel students made sure to keep their faces covered so that no one would look at them. Chudail Ki Baudi. Chudail Ki Baudi basically translates to witch's well. It's a road on the Shimla highway that becomes scary for drivers. Locals and tourists avoid it, fearing unexpected danger. Imagine driving at night and a woman in a white sari with long hair asks for a lift. If you refuse, she somehow ends up sitting behind you in the car, staring at you. Many accidents have happened in this road, and people believe that there is a witch behind it. According to a legend, there was a murder in the Shimla forest during the British colonial period, and the ghost of the woman is seen to be seeking revenge. Some scientists tried to explain this strange incidents by pointing to high magnetic fields on the road, but they couldn't explain this ghostly woman who would appear asking for a lift. While it may seem like a made-up story, locals say that it's true, and the fear of Chudail Ki Baudi is real. It's a spooky tale that continues to haunt those who dare to venture into that stretch of a highway. House of Dukhani. A mysterious place stands in Shimla known as the House of Dukhani. People whisper fearful tales of restless spirits haunting the house. It has a long history of scary happenings that left both locals and visitors intrigued and scared. Legend has it that many years ago, a tragic incident occurred in the house, giving rise to the presence of ghostly spirits. Some claim to have seen these strange figures moving around the property, while others have said that they have heard mysterious noises and whispers. One particular story from the British era became the most popular haunted tale of the Dukhani house. It was said that an old man wearing a gown had taken his own life there. A guest named Sir John Smith, who had stayed at Dukhani when it was owned by this old Britisher named Bucky, shared a spooky encounter. During his stay, Sir John saw the ghost of this old man in the very same room where he had tragically taken his life. Despite the spooky reputation, some brave souls still dare to venture into this house, hoping to find the truth behind these haunting tales. Whether or not one believes in ghosts, the chilling atmosphere of this haunted house continues to capture the imagination of all those who hear it. It remains one of the most talked about and highly rated horror places in Shimla. Kingal Road. Kingal is a village in Shimla district which has a mysterious road that locals find both fascinating and eerie. When the sun sets and darkness envelops the village, strange and weird lights would appear on the road, leaving everyone puzzled and scared. No one could explain where these mysterious lights were coming from, but the villagers believe that something supernatural is at play. They whispered stories of ghostly encounters and strange occurrences on the road at night. The mention of Kingal Road to Shimla's villagers would send shivers down their spine. Despite the fear and uncertainty, some brave souls were curious to witness these strange lights and supernatural forces firsthand. They dared to venture into this road at night, hoping to understand what was causing all these lights. The villagers warned these visitors to be cautious and avoid crossing the Kingal road at night. They believed that the supernatural forces might not be that friendly and could even pose a danger to these people. So if you find yourself in Shimla and wish to find out what is the mystery behind this road, then do check it out, but not at night. Remember, it's a place of both fascination and fear, where weird lights dance in the darkness, leaving everyone with goosebumps. Indira Gandhi Medical College, Souls of Dead Patients. The Indira Gandhi Medical College is known for being the largest medical college in Himachal Pradesh. It is a place of healing and care, but beneath its walls lies a mysterious and eerie reputation. People who worked and stayed there talked about strange things happening. They shared scary stories of unexplained events that left them frightened and uneasy. Some staff members were so scared that they even quit their jobs because they couldn't handle that fear. They said that they heard strange sounds at night, like crying and screaming. Some felt as if there was an invisible shadow pulling them from behind while walking on the stairs. In the dark corridors and quiet rooms, the atmosphere feels scary and mysterious. Some believe that the hospital was haunted by restless spirits of those who were once treated there. Despite these scary encounters, doctors and nurses continue to bravely care for their patients. But the haunting stories of this college stayed with the people, adding a sense of mystery to the busy hospital. Now, whether these occurrences were real or imagined, the hospital's eerie reputation continues to capture the curiosity and imagination of everyone who went there. And so, the haunted stories became a part of the city's enigmatic history, forever surrounded by mystery. As we come to the end of our podcast about Shimla, the Queen of Hills, we can see that despite its scary stories, people still love visiting this place. While some ghostly tales may give us chills, let's remember to take them with a pinch of skepticism and appreciate the fascinating history behind them. Shimla's stunning landscapes and serene surroundings are truly captivating, attracting visitors from all over. So, are you brave enough to explore these scary sights? Or would you prefer to enjoy the breathtaking beauty of the city without getting into the eerie legends? No matter your choice, Shimla promises an enchanting experience for all who visit. Happy adventures! Thank you so much for tuning into this episode. If you enjoyed it, please leave a rating and review on Apple Podcasts or your preferred platform. It really helps me reach new listeners. If you have a true crime story or a case that you'd like me to cover on a future episode, please send in an email. I'll link it in the description. I'd love to hear from you. Don't forget to subscribe to the 3am Fear podcast so you do not miss any future episodes. You can find my YouTube and social media links in the description box so you're always updated on what I'm up. If you love thrillers, I have a free thriller ebook listed in the description. Do check it out. Until then, stay kind and stay safe out there. See you next week.